Okay, you can see the card on your screen right now, but before we get into the actual meat and potatoes of the show, I gotta tell you that I got signed out of FirePro Net, and it kind of reset a few things, deleted a few assets, but no worries, the undercard continues. Nobody and nothing will stop this show. It will go until we reach the series finale. That's because this is the season of the greatest champions, the final season of my eFed here. This is the undercard, season 10, episode 6, Down to the Wire 2. We had an event like this back in season 8, episode 4, where the ropes are replaced with barbed wire. That's right, every match today is a barbed wire death match, and we can look at the card right now. Gail Kim gets her opportunity up against the undefeated women's champion Awesome Kong. Will the barbed wire and my deleted assets make a difference? I don't know if anyone, even Gail Kim, has a chance against Awesome Kong here, but we're going to find out at the beginning of the show. Then we've got tag team action at the bottom of the rankings. It's the Good Brothers versus Beer Money. Ropes are replaced with barbed wire. How will that affect these following matches? Then we've got the bottom of the women's rankings here. It's Becky Lynch versus Hikaru Shida, both looking for a much-needed victory before the first half is over. Then, Kenny Omega versus Ric Flair in, I guess technically it's a dream match. I mean, is this Ric Flair in his prime? I don't know. That's still to be determined. He hasn't been doing too well. He's kind of been underwhelming. Then we've got bottom of the rankings in the undercard division. It's Kofi Kingston versus Orange Cassidy, both also looking for a much-needed ring. That's going to be a much-needed win here in the ring. It's going to be a fast-paced match, lucha style there. And, of course, we've got a really interesting follow-up. It's the number one contender for the Tag Team Championship. Instead of having the titles on the line, we've got to determine who gets a shot at the titles. It's going to be the Nightmare Family, Dustin and Cody Rhodes versus Zombie Warrior and Sabertooth. Winner will face Team Halloween for the titles next week, and the winner of that, I guess, will have to defend at the halfway point in episode 8. But first, we've got our main event today. John Cena, number one contender, versus Godzilla, season 9 winner, and today's defending champion. Who will come out on top? Let's find out.
Fight.
Here we go. There's some explosive things around the edge. Those are crates filled with explosives. Oh, God! Awesome Kong tossed into the explosive barbed wire, and there's a flying elbow by Gail Kim and a scoop slam. We've talked about the history between these two multitude of times. I don't want to repeat myself, but Gail Kim and Awesome Kong had a rivalry in TNA that shaped women's wrestling forever, and in my opinion is one of the best rivalries in professional wrestling. Awesome Kong, the undefeated monster, versus somebody that is a technical genius and a great performer and has all the heart in the world. Oh, did not want to get tossed into the barbed wire, but delivered a headbutt. There was the champion, Awesome Kong, defending her belt here, undefeated, cannot be stopped, and Gail Kim is going to fight until she can't. Referee for this premium live event is Mick Foley. Interesting fact, Mick Foley competed in the previous Down to the Wire premium live event, and to the arm goes Gail Kim. So it's all about history here in the undercard, and history will be made today one way or another. Suplex, no, scoop slam. There goes champion Awesome Kong, wanting to prove that she is the most dominant athlete on the roster, not just in the women's division, but in any division here live. And there's a Campagna stretch. Last time we saw either of these ladies, they were trying their best. Of course, Gail Kim earned this shot in a number one contender match, and now Awesome Kong again with the submission.
Give up.
Coming back from a nice long weekend. The freshness of Gail Kim in the red. Little bit of heritage being shown, and there's a Hurricanrana. Chop battle between the two, and Awesome Kong's power is just too much there as she gets the edge, and now Gail Kim back to her feet with the opportunity of a lifetime history on the line, a streak on the line, and the title on the line. Gail Kim going for a spear but missed, and now she's going to pay for it. Working on the shoulder there. Awesome Kong will do anything she can to slow down Gail. Ugh. And you got to wonder if the barbed wire is going to make it tough for people to climb the corner. I think they still can climb up the turnbuckle, but it's definitely going to probably stop her from doing that. She doesn't want to cause herself any injury. And there's a sliding elbow. Didn't get all of it, though, I don't think. Not a lot of speed behind it. And Gail Kim just striking, doing anything she can to stop the unstoppable. How can you beat Awesome Kong? She's been through so much. We've seen her outpowered. We've seen her outmatched in speed, in submission, and still somehow she always comes out on top as the women's champion. But Gail Kim, no. Hook of the arms, implant buster. Not to her perfect boobs, cover. Champion on top, and there's a kick out by Gail Kim. Number one contender still alive in this one as the seconds tick down. A bit of a slower pace here, and a choke slam. Gail Kim getting pounded on. Referee for this premium live event, Mick Foley, because we knew things were going to get bloody. We know people are going to have scars that are going to continue throughout their careers, and there was a reversal off the chokeslam. Snapmare now. Gail Kim, she wants to end the streak. She wants to be champion. Figure four, submission applied. Will Awesome Kong streak end in a tap out? I don't think so, and it didn't happen there. Inches away from being shredded open by the barbed wire. No. Final bomb by the champion. 1, 2, and no. Fire Pro 2.9 classic style. We do not stop for anything. Choke slam now. That time it connected. Going straight to the fists. Those gloved hands of Awesome Kong meeting the forehead of the challenger. And, a big lariat. Spinning back fist. Signature move by Awesome Kong, and another kick out by Gail Kim, just barely living on a prayer here. Spinning back fist catches the back of her head, and there's no rope break here at as the barbed wire replaces the rope. I don't believe there's rope break if the ropes are barbed wire, unless you want to grab barbed wire to save yourself. I mean, how badly do you want to become champion? How badly does Gail Kim want to beat Awesome Kong? Oh, nice reversal strike there. Eat the feed, she did it! No way! What just happened? She knocked out Awesome Kong! History repeats itself here live in the undercard. I can't believe it! She did it! There is no excuses here. Doesn't matter if the timeline got reset. It doesn't matter if the game is confused. It doesn't matter if my data got reset. New women's champion, Gail fucking Kim. The streak is over! Streaks are meant to end, and now there's only one streak left in this series, and it is Team Halloween. Will we see that end next week? We're going to find out who will get that opportunity later on in the show. But first, speaking of tag team action, we've got the Good Brothers versus Beer Money.
Fight.
And this will be an interesting tag match, as it is technically a tornado tag. I don't think I needed to explain why. Oh, super kick party from Beer Money. Oh, and Carl Anderson struggling against Bobby Roode here as James Storm battles the big Luke Gallows, who got the worst side of that kick. And now the kicks to Carl Anderson. Suck it. Oh, super kicks all around. The last call, if you will, from Cowboy James Storm and the glorious Bobby Roode struggling against Luke Gallows. Suplex reversal, no. Neckbreaker delivered by Bobby Roode to Luke Gallows, and now James Storm getting scoop slammed by Luke. Oh! Up against the barbed wire. Ooh! Bridge crusher. Their knees to the face and the stomach, and a double move there by Beer Money is the first game changer we've seen, I think. And there's a single leg crab as his partner is right there to stop that from happening. It might be more difficult to get a cover in this type of match where, you know, usually you have to cross the whole ring to make the breakup in a normal tag match. Oh, against the barbed wire goes Carl Anderson, and he's already shredded open. Blood on the mat. That's how you know we're back, baby.
Give up.
Refresh. Don't give up. Nobody stop. We don't stop for nothing. The show must go on as both members of the Good Brothers go into the corner and their bodies being tethered up by that barbed wire. That is a weapon of war. That is used to surround the trenches. That is used to tear apart flesh, and that's what's happening right now to James Storm, as he is in a bad position from corner to corner. No, no. And now Beer Money may be on the bad side of the pain. The damage being dealt, and the hook of the leg. Powerbomb coming. No, Canadian backbreaker. Okay, okay.
Give up.
I see you. Down to the wire, 2.
5 minutes gone.
All matches on the show are barbed wire death matches and a series of deadly strikes by Carl Anderson. Wait, Eye of the Storm? No. Got canceled out. Low blow got delivered, though. Was attempting a signature move and was denied, as Bobby Roode working on the arm there. Kick down both members of the Good Brothers, and now Beer Money trying to have some sort of communication in the midst of this chaos. Both men down there jumping suplex in the center. European uppercuts from Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Oh, 310 to Yuma. 1-2, and a breakup of that one. That is a big sky-high move. And Luke usually uses that as a finisher, as Bobby Roode just got tossed into the barbed wire. Carnage, blood, and gore all here live on Twitch, later posted on YouTube, and Rock Bottom by James Storm, who turns it into a rolling crab there. And from behind the Northern Lariat, we haven't seen that in decades. I mean, old school TNA shit. Bobby Roode, of course, one part of Team Canada back in the day. That was a cool callback right there. Cool spot, drop kick. Carl Anderson now going for some elbows, and no, Alabama slammer from the Cowboy. And a spear. James Storm with a series of big moves in his offense, delivering them all, but his partner's in trouble after the finisher. But Bobby Roode kicked out there, and there's a choke slam. 2 count. Kick out. I believe James Storm was going for the cover there. Who will come out on top in this tag team tornado action? Death Valley Driver on one side and a leg lock on the other. Crossface! Crossface and James Storm at the same time went into the barbed wire. Small explosion. Crossface for you, too. Oh, Canada. Blame Canada. Manhandle slam by James Storm. And a sidewalk backbreaker by Luke Gallows. Fisherman perfect plex. 1, 2, and no. This match still not over here. I feel like this is going to be a longer episode after we had a historic short episode last time, including last call, including the shortest matches in undercard history was last week. Shayna Baszler versus We Fit Trainer was about a minute 18. And the Codebreaker!
Give up.
And the Watagami!
Give up.
There's so much happening here.
Give up.
Mick Foley checking for a submission, but it was denied. And this is just the bottom of the tag team rankings. So imagine what's going to happen later on when we find out who's going to be on top. Eye of the Storm! And a barbed wire explosion in the corner. Sharpshooter, sharpshooter, sharpshooter. James Storm went for his finishing submission. We haven't seen that in a while. And now a submission applied by Bobby Roode and into the barbed wire again. So much blood. This is like a Hellraiser movie with the amount of violence in this one. Big clothesline from Anderson. And the Good Brothers were looking good for just a minute, and that all got turned around. Last calls all around. Who's paying for the beer? Money.
Finish.
Calling for a finish. Moves are being delivered. Wrestling is happening. Glorious DDT. And a midnight hour. That could have been the end. But I don't know which team is going to get the edge here, as this one is coming literally down to the wire. Clothesline. Eye of the Storm. Beer Money gets it. How did they win? Did somebody tap out? What happened? The match stopped. He tapped out because he got dizzy on the Eye of the Storm. I see. Okay. That's what I assumed happened. If you get too dizzy, you can call it quits, and I think Luke Gallows was saying he had had enough after the blood and the barbed wire and everything. Anyway. Not exactly an odd ending. Finisher. A weird finish, but nonetheless, action continues here in the undercard as we go to the bottom of the women's roster. The rankings are solidified, and Becky Lynch is looking for her first win of the final season. This could be make it or break it for Becky Lynch, a former multiple-time champion who wrestled here in Season 3, currently at 0-2, going up against Hikaru Shida, who's also 0-2, both looking for a much-needed win.
Fight.
I mean, we've already seen two women go at it today, and we knew if anyone could end the streak of Awesome Kong, it would be Gail Kim, and it happened. And now, who will win this one, as they both are desperate to get a victory before the halfway point of Season 10. I mean, we're already getting there, but there's still a long road ahead. There's still a few more chances. But the undercard has always been about the highest level of competition, and wins and losses have always mattered, and it's never been more important than now in the final season. There's no redos here. Knee drop to the back by Hikaru Shida. And the kick to the lower legs, the lower body, the lower extremities, covered but not even a 1 count, a little bit too early for that one. Oh, breaks out of the grapple. Counter by Becky, getting kicked again. Hikaru Shida so dangerous and fast with those kicks, and that is the threat that she poses to Becky Lynch right here. Oh, slap to the face. No respect given from Becky Lynch, the man. A Irish last kicker. And they're both here because they were former Undercard Women's Champions. And they're a long way from becoming that. Oh no! Hikaru! Into the barbed wire. She was defeated at the last Premium Live event. How will she perform here? Strike battle. Chop gets it for Hikaru. And Shida now going for the knee. But Becky Lynch recovered quickly back to her feet. And now into the barbed wire she goes. She had a plan and it got canceled out. Referee Mick Foley got to check on Becky, make sure she's okay. Now an elbow to the knee, separating the joint, working on the weak points. Scoop slam by Shida. I believe Shida is bloodied already from one connection to that barbed wire, and a Saito suplex. The explosive power of Becky Lynch. Dragging her to the center. Knee to the gut. Knee to the head. And now the disarmer. A finisher from Becky Lynch. Only 5.5 minutes into the match. But Hikaru refusing to tap out there. Slips out, probably lubed up by her own blood. Bodily fluids, ladies and gentlemen. We have it all here in the undercard. From behind, gets caught by the elbow. Strike to the face. And now the coconut crusher Shida. Dangerous knees. Dangerous kicks. Not going to let it bother her, though. Exploder. Signature move and a cover. Mick Foley with a 1, 2, and there was a kick out.
Come on.
I don't know if Becky speaks Japanese, but she just connected with her finisher again. The disarmer took her all the way to the ground and bent that arm backwards. Oh, and a series of kicks from Becky now. Uh-oh, powering up. What's going to happen here? Nothing else but a kangaroo reversal. Shida's quickness coming into play. Stunner! The man hitting a big move, and now a ghost-style outlaw pin. 1, 2, and no. You have been denied, just like the bot in my Twitch chat. Get the heck out of here. I had a crappy weekend, and you're making it worse. Oh, but it's a new week. And tomorrow's a new day. Heel kick. Didn't get all of it, though. Oh, ducked that one. And now Becky with a series of her own kicks. Gonna wait a second, try to recover a little bit. But Hikaru was wobbly. And now you gotta hit her with something big. Shotgun-style stunner. And Hikaru Shida recovered first. This is just... You gotta remember. All of this pain. All of this pleasure. All connected here. Disarmer.
Give up.
Disarmer locked in.
Give up.
All of this war that's happening right now, all of this carnage, all of this blood is just for their first victory of Season 10. That's how serious the competition is. That's how much they want it. But Hikaru Shida had no choice there. The disarmer was locked in again, and she could not escape. She had to tap out. She has been disarmed. Becky Lynch with her first and much needed victory of Season 10. And Season 10 continues here as Kenny Omega, for the first time in his career, meets up with the legendary Ric Flair.
Fight.
Well, we know that Ric Flair has had a couple of opportunities so far and has kind of just fallen short. In my opinion, Ric Flair is the GOAT. Woo! There's a series of chops already, right out of the belt. But a lot of people are saying Kenny Omega is the best wrestler today. So this is today's generation versus yesterday's generation. Well, couple decades ago. I mean, you can't talk 70s and 80s wrestling without mentioning Ric Flair. However you feel about him personally, you can't deny his accomplishments in the ring. And this is the season of the greatest champions.
Woo!
Ric Flair, 14-time world champion, dropping an elbow to the face of Kenny Omega. Former AEW champion, former Fire Pro champion, former New Japan champion, and woo! Again, more chops to the chest, and there it is, the figure four. The figure four finisher by Flair. Omega had to get out of that, does not want to get tossed into the ropes. Eye poke, the dirtiest player in the game. Going to the knee, shin breaker. Kicking out the legs of Kenny Omega, does not want to be connected by one of those V triggers. Of course, a fan of Street Fighter is Kenny Omega getting suplexed by the greatest of all time. Woo! The Nature Boy. The kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing, and elbow face delivering. Series of elbows by Omega, and there's a kick to the ass. Nothing fancy about it, but it's effective. Manhattan drop all the way down. Kick to the legs. Ric Flair seems a bit more focused in this match. Maybe he saw the records. Maybe he saw the rankings and he just knew it was time to get serious here as business is booming. Regardless of what the game thinks, Kenny Omega is 1-1. Ric Flair is 0-2. So I think Ric Flair needs this more than Omega. Jumping suplex that time. Oh, and a twisting dragon screw. Maybe Omega was trying to send a message to Flair by going to the legs there.
Woo! Woo!
Oh, these chops sending you all the way back to the ground. Sending a ricochet through your whole body. No, denied. What the hell is that? Oh, Flair with a classic low blow.
Woo! Woo!
An underdog with the classic dry throat.
Woo!
While doing wrestling commentary. I've been doing this for too damn long. Texas suplex, and there's the reason this is the final season. Oh my goodness. Taking more out of me than it is out of the wrestlers. Scooper. And now a figure four, this time from Omega. Not technically a stolen finisher if it's a move you do, but I guess you could say that's a stolen finisher. Small package. Ric Flair has a history with Mick Foley, our referee, and that seemed like a slow count. I think they hate each other. I mean, I watched that I Quit match between these two at SummerSlam way back in the day, so I've seen how much they hate each other. Reversal. Oh, nice backslide. That's the greatness of Ric Flair right there. Technical master. And into the barbed wire goes former New Japan Pro Champion Omega, who's locked in the figure four, covered in blood, feeling the emotion now as Ric Flair is heating things up with a cover attempt. And that was denied as he got the shoulder up there. Went for a dropkick, got denied by the big chop. Ric Flair adjusting his underwear. Nobody wants to see his adult diapers. Woo! Flair not stopping. Oh, baby, he's going crazy. It's like he's back in the 80s right now. Screaming out in pain, but he did not tap out. Dr. Bomb. 1, 2. Nope.
Golden Trigger!
Called for the golden trigger, didn't even get a golden shower. All he got was tossed into the barbed wire. Down to the knee. Figure four this time from Omega. Can't even use those barbed wires to escape. stomping on him. Camel clutched on him.
Give up.
And now it's going to happen. Shin breaker. Figure four. Whose figure four will win this match?
Give up.
This is a battle of the figure four leg locks. Double arm suplex. Almost threw him right into that wire again and rolling through. Omega too slow to recover. Usually he follows that up with a moonsault. Oh, wait, shooting star.
1, 2.
Flair was still down. No. Kick out. Half an hour into the show. And we still got more wrestling action coming your way. Number one contender for the Tag Team Championship still to come. And, of course, our main event for the Undercard Championship. John Cena versus Godzilla. Dr. Bomb by Omega 1, 2, and McFoley was going for the 3, but it was denied as Flair rolled his body over, hooks the arms, and tosses Kenny over. Drop toe hold. Is that the reversal he needed? No! He can't even bounce off the ropes to hit that V trigger. There are no ropes. This has totally changed the game plan of Omega, who uses momentum in his favor. And there's a backbreaker. I would say advantage Flair in this matchup right now. Oh, he's calling for the cutthroat headbutt. Again. Woo! Wooing all over the place as he does. Dr. Bomb. Will he get it this time? 15 minutes exactly, and a kick out by Flair as he missed a dropkick there out of the corner again. He really wants this 3 count off of this. He's not going to get it. We got a match happening right now. Oh, there's the knee. The V trigger this time connected. He didn't need any ropes behind that one. Oh my God, that looked gross. And now the chop, the big chops by Flair. And a kick to the back of the leg. Backbreaker. This match continues until we have a victor. Woo! Here it comes. He's got to tap. He's got to just give up, kid. It's not worth your health. On the shoulders, down to the mat. Green Bay plunge, rolling through, and what the hell? You fool! He threw himself into the barbed wire. He's a sick man. Low blow. Did he forget? Did he forget the ropes were gone? What happened there? I don't know if that was a botch, but it's going to cost him either way. That's kind of funny. Yes, everything is simulated, so that was the AI not being smart for a second. Uh-oh. Pile driver! Will that be the end of this one? No! Omega says no. And Flair says, guess what? You're getting more punishment. Another double arm suplex. And wait a minute! No! Oh, butterfly pile driver. Shade's former season winner Iron Man. No, wait! There it is!
Escape.
Nobody kicks out of it! One-winged angel! Nobody kicks out. That's the first time we've seen it all season, and it worked on Flair. And Flair just fell to 0-3 after looking like he was so close. But that move is a threat. Clearly, in this season. And Omega should have hit that on his other opponents, because then he'd be in a better placement than he is. But now we go to some losers. It's Kofi Kingston versus Orange Cassidy in a high-speed pursuit to find out who really is the worst in Season 10.
Fight.
Hurricanrana right off of the bell. And these two are both so quick. They have a few things in common, but I would say personalities completely opposite. Whereas Kofi Kingston is a social butterfly and loves to express himself, Orange Cassidy is always closed in and says, whatever. And now look at this. The Doom kicks. He's like, what the heck is happening right now? He didn't put any effort behind that. And I can't believe Kofi just let him do that. European uppercut. Don't forget to eat your bowl of bootios. I actually had a really big breakfast today. I cooked some eggs and sausage and, you know, just made myself a nice breakfast. But I didn't have any bootios. Should have got some bootios with some nice freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy getting stunned there by a jawbreaker, but then grappling Kofi right with strikes to the back of the head. And it's all legal here in the undercard. Especially in this kind of match where we just crank the volume up a little bit. Turn that violence up. I want to see it! Yes! Orange Cassidy, the first one to meet the barbed wire in this one. Kick. Strike. Kick. Strike. Kick. And there's a stomp by Kofi Kingston, former United States champion, former WWE champion. Kofi actually also competed in season 1 of this show. So that's kind of cool that he's back now, performing in front of all of you. And Orange Cassidy, of course, a great AEW Continental Champion, defended many, many times. Wants to become undercard champion one day, but he's going to have to turn his whole season around here with some victories. I mean, the better you do, the more opportunities you get. That's how it goes. Momentum is always in your favor here on this show, but he had to put his sunglasses on for that one. DDT. Slow recovery by Cassidy. Into the barbed wire he goes. Big stomp. Bwah, bwah, bwah. Formerly Jamaican. He was Jamaican, and then he dropped the accent. He's from Boston, man. He's not even from Jamaica Plains, which is like outside of Boston. He's not even from Jamaica Plains, let alone Jamaica itself. Northern Light suplex into an armbar. We've seen that before, and it's always impressive. A little bit of power, a little bit of submission from somebody you don't expect either of those things from. And wait, a quick cover here. No. Cassidy, always quick with it. SOS! And Foley down on the count there as Kofi hit a big signature move on Cassidy. And freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy with a headbutt. No touch. Puts his hands in his pockets.
Give up.
And another one is waving at a taxi cab or something.
One, two.
2 count in the corner. Out they go. Doom kicks again. This is just foolish. We don't have time for this. Come on, man. What the hell? That's what I said. Twice.
Give up. Give up.
Kicked him right in the face out of that submission. 9 minutes in the match, and there's a down to the knee. Here's another move from Orange Cassidy. Oh, and now Kofi meets the barbed wire. A little bit of an explosion.
Give up.
Japanese style death match here, I guess. Will somebody die on this episode? It's possible.
Give up.
10 minutes into the match, and he's still in that submission. He's got to get out of there. They chopped each other in the face at the same time. Kofi into the explosion, and now Cassidy with the execution. Drop kick to the back of the head, picks him back up. Wants to continue this momentum, but he said no. Halted that again, down to the armbar. Juji Katami armbar. A little bit of jujitsu downtown. From Tokyo back to the States, the undercard has gone worldwide. Falcon Arrow. Throws him into the wire. There's a move. That'll work. Add some more damage. And now Trouble in Paradise almost out of nowhere. Kofi with his finisher. Hook of the leg. This one could be over. No, it's not. It continues. Stun Dog Millionaire? No. Falcon Arrow. Okay. Spine on the pine. Back to his feet. Whoa. Rolling leg lock.
Give up.
Submission from Cassidy. That's something you don't see normally. But you got to do anything you can to get your first victory here in the undercard, which they both are desperate for now. Slips out of the suplex. From behind, Poison Rana. He's already bloodied. He's already battered and bruised. And, oh, there's a submission again.
Give up. Give up.
Referee for this premium live event, Mick Foley, checking on him. If anyone knows hardcore style, it's him. If anyone understands pain, it would be Mick Foley.
Give up.
He was a referee all last season. Now in the middle of the ring. Kofi with a spine buster. Can't even deliver the boom drop. There's no ropes to bounce off of. But there's a submission and he got him! The armbar was locked in one more time. And Cassidy, even with Ric Flair at the bottom, 0-3. Oh, wow. That's got to be disappointing for those performers, but that's just how the ball rolls. Now we have a huge tornado tag match for you. It is not the title match, but it's to determine who the title match will feature. It's the Nightmare Family, Dustin and Cody Rhodes versus Zombie Warrior and Sabertooth, aka Team Undercard, all the way from Season 1, back here on Season 10. These two teams have to wrestle each other and then find out who will face Team Halloween next week. And then, of course, back to normal. This is just because of the way the rankings are. These teams are even, so they need to wrestle each other. That's just how wrestling is. That's how I booked it, okay? Leave me alone. This is a huge match, though.
Fight.
This is a huge match for both teams. Sabertooth trying to go for a spear off of the bell, but didn't connect to anything. And now Zombie Warrior just standing in place, looking menacing. Clubbing blow. And a neck breaker from Dustin. And Cody getting reversed. Zombie Warrior's just too powerful to handle. This is going to be a problem for the Nightmare Family. I mean, they're just outmatched in terms of power right now, and there's nothing you can do about it. Scoop slam and the natural Dustin Rhodes trying to go toe-to-toe with X-Men villain Sabertooth. It's the final countdown, scooper, and a slammer, too. And Cody, down to the legs, dragon screw, leg whip. If I were them, I'd start tossing bodies into the barbed wire, because that's the only way you're going to do enough damage to stop a zombie. Zombie Warrior is just the ultimate warrior back from the dead. There's no other way to explain the gimmick. Oh, test of strength. And Dustin had to drop to the toes. Low blows for the Rhodes. American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Obviously, this team, former champions in a previous season. And there's military gorilla press slam as Dustin went into the barbed wire. Bulldog. And a strike battle between those two. As Sabertooth delivers a powerful scoop slam and a chop, and Zombie Warrior won that critical match, the critical strike off, and from behind, Cody whips him into the barbed wire and a DDT from Sabertooth. Tornado tag action here, live, as this is the Undercard, Season 10, Episode 6, Down to the Wire 2. The final season, the final time we'll see barbed wire death matches. And of course, Nightmare Family competed in Season 6. Headlock.
Give up. Give up.
Not gonna give up, not gonna let go. Oh! Claw slam! Sabertooth using those long fingernails that I guess could be dangerous somehow. He doesn't have the claws of his more famous brother, but he does have sharp fingernails. And there's a half hatch from Zombie Warrior. Down with a sleeper hold. Super kick from Cody. Can he save his brother? Can he save the match? Can the Nightmare Family do the impossible here? Because even so, even if they do, you have to understand the next match would be an impossible feat. The undefeated team of Team Halloween is waiting in the back for the winner of this match next week. Team Halloween has never been pinned, never been submitted in 3 seasons of action. They are the best. They are the only remaining undefeated characters in the Undercard universe, and there was a final touch by Dustin. Is that going to be it? Oh! And Zombie Warrior was distracted in a stalling suplex, could not save the matchup, and that was a 2.9. I think that's as close as you can get. Oh, barbed wire and a spear! He speared him back out of the wire. That was gross, but also really cool. Stalling suplex this time from the natural. And in the center of the ring, will the story end here for Cody Rhodes as he's getting tossed across the ring? Sabertooth met the barbed wire. Now Zombie going after Dustin. Atomic toss for you. And barbed wire for you, sir. Clothesline, Bulldog. The final curtain. And the cutter. The Cody cutter. Cover. Cody cutter. It's all over. No! Sabertooth kicked out. How the hell did he kick out of that? Barbed wire for Cody, and there's bloodied bodies at 5! That should have been the end of the match for them. DDT, wait, he might have got canceled out of that. Cody is back in it. Elbow. And Cody got hit by a Russian leg sweep. Dustin now with a down 2. Big uppercut. Flush on delivery. Barbed wire. Zombie Warrior with a shoulder breaker. And Cody getting dropped on his head again. Spear. Sabertooth with the speed, the power, the mutant abilities. Oh, poor Dustin. Wait, Crossroads! Wait, look over there! Crossroads again, 2 in a row! He's hooking the leg, 1, 2, and how the fuck? Sabertooth.
Give up.
He can't still wait. He's biting him. Wait. The ref was distracted. That could have been the end of the match right there. As Zombie Warrior had him pinned, and no. Crossroads. Crossroads again. 2 in a row. He wants to win this one. Zombie's distracted. This match never ends. 2 count. How in the world? God damn it. Sabertooth will never die, I guess. He got hit by 4 Crossroads and kicked out. It didn't even matter because Zombie Warrior got the pin over Dustin Rhodes. And they will once again meet Team Halloween. That match will happen next week for the titles. And ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the point of no return here with our main event, number one contender, Peacemaker himself, John Cena, the man, the Marine, the GOAT, going up against Godzilla, who, if he wins this one, will be 4-0, and next time we'll see Godzilla would be the halfway point. So, there's a lot at stake for both of these characters. It's all or nothing undercard championship on the line, surrounded by barbed wire. Let's fucking go. There's a few kendo sticks in the ring for this one. I believe that's a light tube. Last time we saw Godzilla, he defended in his hometown of Tokyo. But now we're back in the good old USA, represented by Jonathan Cena. There's an elbow and knee combination by the Great One. Wants to add his multiple title reigns. He would love to add the undercard title to the list of titles that he's had. He's won them all. I don't know if there's a belt that he's never won. Maybe the Cruiserweight, I guess. But John Cena basically has won them all, ladies and gentlemen. Multiple-time United States champion, WWE champion. First time competing in a season of the undercard. And this, his first title opportunity. You can never count out John Cena, even against Godzilla. If anybody's better up against somebody that's larger, it's John Cena. He's not really an underdog, but he always beats the larger man. Wanted to toss Godzilla into the wire, but got denied, and then he got punished for it. He paid for that with his own blood. Blood, sweat, and tears here. Dropkick did not connect, and bloodied already is Cena. Godzilla knows he can use the corner for his advantage there. Headbutt. The King of Monsters splitting him in half, dropping the tail between the legs. And denied again by the toss. They're trying to throw each other into the wire, and nobody wants to go, and I don't blame them. So much damage can be caused so quickly. Stunned. And the follow-up is another headbutt. John Cena attitude adjustment! It's early in the match and Godzilla no-sold it. He said, fuck your finish. I don't care about that. Godzilla no-sold the attitude adjustment. As you do, casually in the middle of a match. Strike battle between the two. Contender gets the edge with a nice left knuckle. The 5-knuckle shuffle may be coming up soon. Spinning rock bottom. And a kendo stick in the hands of Godzilla. And a knee strike to the gut. Rattled the ribcage on that one. Suplex as he roars to the crowd. Our current champion and season 9 winner, Godzilla, with another title defense here live on Twitch and later posted on YouTube. Could he remain champion forever? Could he be the final season winner? Will it be Godzilla? Will it be John Cena? Will it be somebody else? You gotta stay tuned and keep watching the action to find out the answers to all these questions. And he's just taking a chomp out of John Cena. He's got a mouthful of John Cena. Might as well change his name to Nikki Bella. Boom, roasted. No way to start your week off better than with the Undercard! Oh my God! The Atomic Breath knocked out John Cena, and another victim falls to Godzilla. Boom, ba boom, ba 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 boom, ba 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 boom, ba 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 boom. That means last week's main event was pointless because another knockout for Godzilla, and he will defend at the halfway point, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's not a new champion. Shut up, you stupid game. Let's do a quick recap. Gail Kim ended the streak of Awesome Kong. Gail Kim is our new and defending women's champion. Then, Beer Money got a much-needed victory. Becky Lynch got her first win of the season over Hikaru Shida. A lot of firsts here. Kenny Omega somehow pulled the victory over Ric Flair. Just when we thought Ric Flair was going to win, it all turned around with that one-winged angel. And Kofi Kingston sends Orange Cassidy to the bottom of the rankings. Then we saw the number one contendership, and that means that Sabertooth and Zombie Warrior will face Team Halloween once again for the titles next week. And of course, in our main event, Godzilla just retained. They're going to give us a bunch of awards and stuff and say that I'm a great success, so thank you for watching. If you're watching live, tomorrow's my birthday, so tune in tomorrow for a special birthday stream. And thanks for watching the Undercard. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next week for episode 7. Bye-bye. So long now. Have a good day. Have a good week. Tag Team Championship on the line next week.